With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game. And now they've got 1st and 15. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Caught on the right side by Adams. A good pickup there at 22. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd down, Wilson. And avoids the contact by sliding. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run here with Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. K.J. Wright able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. D. Ford in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now he's flushed out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
19.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And this is caught at the end. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Right back to him on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Kill.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
0-2. 11.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Flush to his right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's going. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, tempo. Zebra.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Let's go.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Steps away. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now here come the Ravens. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over. And that's caught inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 3rd down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we are at halftime here. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Nelson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check 50, check 50.
Wilson looking deep for Julio. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to And he goes down. Jalen Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jalen. They got his man complete. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Again, Wilson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Nelson. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. A big play that time for the Ravens. 49 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just called the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They give them a gain of 38. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Here's Wilson being chased out left. His throw at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a play fake. Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Kendricks able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready? We're waiting. 21. We're waiting. What's that?
Now Breeze got to have this one. Flushed out right. And he finds Julius Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Breeze. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson wants to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This were hindsight.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, That allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. The left side completion to Jones. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. Looking deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.